They also had an Invoker and a Tiny.
I think they'll pick Invoker and Tiny next.
I think
It could just be a 5 position.
Yes.
Be getting ahead of ourselves.
it's boring though.
Mind games.
Even as a 5, it's still a good pick here. It's just
10
Weaver loves that
seconds
CMR
remaining.
so good on the
Centaur too. Like, he never runs out of mana anymore.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
And the fact it's going to keep NIP guessing. They know that this has been run as a core before. They don't know quite exactly what they're doing with their draft right now.
Yeah, he doesn't know what to pick. PPD is clueless right now. He's got outpicked already.
What's next on the list of OP people being picked?
Tiny. It is Tiny. It's not picked yet. That's the list.
They're going to save their Fata mid for last, I have. Normally what you're
I don't know about this lineup open. What's good against PL?
Anti-mage.
No, it's not.
It's really good.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Would you consider Earthshaker good against PL?
Of course. One of
Build as
the
well?
like. It's not super hard counter, but it's just uncomfortable to play against. As
Especially if you have the axe build. Like usually you can just run away. Like you blink in and with Earthshaker and deal with PL, but then he kind of jumps out and you can't chase him. But with the axe,
it's not
Ogre Magi.
here.
Is that good though? Because you bloodlust the PL and you know which one the real one is. It is actually a problem.
It could turn out to be a problem, yeah.
It's nice against the Weaver because you just threaten him later on with the multicast Fire Blast. It can be pretty hard to play into.
Radiant team ban.
Earth?
Oh,
Spectre? Wow.
They first 2 picked this in their last best of 3. TNC love their Spectre.
I mean, it's never like a bad Spectre game. You can always do something if it gets farmed, but it doesn't really counter anything.
How did they lane this? So is this Weaver off lane then?
Or Weaver support?
Might be a 4 Weaver.
304.
Weaver support is acceptable if you have a maiden, otherwise it sucks.
I think 4 Weaver, 3 Centaur is the best, just because they have a Phantom Lancer.
But Maiden plus Spectre lane sounds kind of weird.
Yeah, but you don't really expect Spectre to win a lane.
I mean, it could even be Centaur, CM, and Weaver supporting the Spectre.
Every Spectre you've seen against Axe is just free farm too. The Axe free farm, so is the Spectre, which is like...
That's only if they cut lane though.
Yeah, and that's what every Axe has been
Yeah,
doing
I just
so far.
hope he doesn't actually do it if he's 1v1 against the Spectre, because it makes no sense.
It's mind control too. I feel like
Yeah.
high expectations for his reposition Axe.
Do it!
Kiss her! Kiss her!
Oh, the pressure! The pressure! The pressure! Did you see him, man? He was like... the pressure got to him. Don't worry, man. There's always more chances.
I can do it for you if you want.
You guys, maybe they're related.
They give a cheek kiss.
Yeah, cheek kiss.
Peer pressure. They're there.
Don't worry, man. We've all been there.
Not me.
10 seconds remaining.
Not Bulldog, apparently.
Oh!
That's an Ember Spirit and an OD.
Kiss him! Kiss him!
Kiss him! Kiss him!
What a bad trend you guys are setting.
Get me out.
Alright guys. Draft is done.
Like, you mean there's a Dota game as well?
There's also a Dota game. Yes.
See, that's why it's so scary to pick Ember when you don't see their mid. Because OD's going to completely, in theory, destroy him.
It's Armel though.
Is it still though? Like this
Yeah,
is the new OD. Old
very
OD,
easy.
sure. Not the new OD.
No, it's very easy. Just
No.
got double knowledge, just level 2 aura.
No.
I mean, you'll see. I'm going for NIP.
Twitter is with you. They also go for NIP.
Because they know.
Well, I'll go for TNC because you don't know that he does not get crushed middle.
Alright? Rob?
Me? I gotta do the tiebreak here?
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it wrong.
One of you two was confident that whatever just
TNC.
happens never happened to him before, so I'm gonna go with Bulldog.
Fair
That's
enough.
right.
I looked at the genius
TNC,
then.
we'll do it. Look, Razor lost. I don't think OD's any better of a mid-hero. We're gonna see OD lose as well.
OD is
TNC.
is a boss.
No.
I mean, you'll see. You'll see.
No.
Let actions
No.
speak. Actions
No.
speak
Guys,
for themselves. Yes.
you can sort this out in the green room. I
Yes.
think for us it is time for the first game of the series. Make some noise for your commentary team of Dakota and Garand.
Prepare for battle.
Hello Malaysia and everybody watching at home. Welcome on in to the lower bracket now as we have TNC taking on NIP. I'm joined by Grant. It's my birthday and what a wonderful gift we have here, an OD to come out in our PL versus
a Spectre.
I was
mid-PL versus Spectre. We had the late game versus late game. I was like, this is going to be just another normal standard game, and now we have an OD, and OD absolutely does beat this Ember middle, and getting curious to see what he can do after that, or if Armel. Is Armel that good? We've seen Ori, we've seen Sumail, even Armel played an Ember earlier, like 3 days ago and just popped off. Pretty good tournament for Ember.
We'll see how things pan out for this one. Shouts, of course, to our man Script doing the obs work on this as we do get underway here. Very finicky match, elimination match, of course. NIP coming off that tough series against Virtus Pro. Had an hour's time or so to be able to shake that one off, and now they face a fresh and ready TNC who are prepared to pull out. I don't know, would you even consider an upset? Who would you have as favorite in this one?
I think going into this TNC maybe like 51-49, it's extremely close, but we're going to see it's going to be a free farm Spectre up there. We've seen the Axe, they like pulling, they like just cutting the creep wave, and we've seen just Spectres will last it under a tower and they'll just farm up. They do not care about this at all.
Yeah, we've seen a hit and miss performances already throughout this tournament with the Axe being able to get blessed with like a free farm set of lane. And sure, he's able to swell up dramatically, but it's what he's able to do to follow through with that through the mid game. And well, they're blessed with the mind control stand-in to be able to do it. And this man has come to perform already. Doing a little bit of that early harassment to force Gabby out from the lane. I mean, you're talking about the spirits and the battle hunger. It's a lot of burning damage.
Yeah, it is, and we'll see. Gabby's just eating too much damage at this point. Crystal Maiden really doesn't do too much. If she gets hit and harassed early, all she has is like 2-3 Crystal Novas, and she just has to get out of the lane. You'll sometimes see her suicide to like tier 2s, just get mana, get back to the lane.
And we have the Cuckoo Weaver for this one, Grant. He's been all over the place as far as his hero pickups. They mentioned a lot about the Shadow Shaman previously, but what do you think about the Weaver?
I think it's a good hero for him, especially you put him in that off lane. We've seen mostly a Shadow Shaman has been like his best hero at this tournament, but now you have this 4 Centaur who can just tank for him, and it'll be interesting. He should get a decent amount of farm down here, but so should PL. Should be some traded farm.
Yeah, already 6-0 on that CS, creeping in some safe and easy last hits, just casually trying to avoid the extra bit of harassment as we see here. Cuckoo happy to Sakuchi on through to force him back a bit, and Peter the thick one happy to swing it on out. We'll see Tim's dish out the first stomp, and this lane can end up quickly being almost a wash for both sides.
Yeah, it can. I know Peter loves playing this Ogre. I've seen him played in pubs on his stream, and all he does, he just yells Ogre smash and just hits people on the head. Simple as that.
And that really might be just the trick there, just the confidence of the Ogre smash fighting forward. Here's another smash, stun, double edge, boom! All right.
Looks like
I thought the lane was going to be a bit of a wash, but Cuckoo steps it forward and is able to draw the first blood, and it's TNC who hit the board first.
Yep, and Tim's hits the smash on him, works out. And the only thing we haven't really talked about is that middle, that OD versus Ember matchup, and right now 7-7 for this OD. Obviously, whenever you put someone under, it's so easy. You get one deny, you get one CS. You almost always want to guarantee. You don't want to waste your mana on OD, and we see he goes the double null build, and yeah, this should be a pretty good lane for him.
Do you think there is a bit of the rust factor, though? I mean, when's the last time Fada had to polish off the old OD and take it down the mid lane?
That's a good question. Oh, he's out. See you later. It's probably been a while. This hero, I mean, you see why his Arcane Orb costs so much mana. It's 200 mana, level 4. Like, you can cast 3 of those. If you don't get your Essence Aura procs, you're just a useless hero. Once people get BKBs, you're a useless hero. It's rough.
Will likely have to be something that TNC do prioritize. But the nice thing about being able to have that hero that forces out the BKB purchases is it means that they might have to get the BKBs earlier, dwindling it from 10 to 5 seconds that much sooner, and it also holds off a lot of their potential damage item pickups.
And I think that's part of the reason, right? Like, Spectre doesn't want to go BKB, Ember doesn't want to go BKB. These heroes just don't get BKBs, but now, if you don't, this OD is just going to run over you.
Do you think that OD can still be pretty volatile, though, as far as is he pressured to have a successful laning phase and be able to snowball, or is he someone that could recover?
I think he has to have a good laning phase because he has no catch-up mechanic. You just See.
We got a creeping Ninja
we go.
Boogie looking
No
to
mana,
stalk
though.
and move in. They said with the Prism moving in. There's the Nova, freezing him forward. Right click should be there. They're fighting on the tower, and it's Fata who ends up getting it, but the last click is not good enough. Following through is going to be Saxo, rotating in and looking to get the grab on the Ninja Boogie. NIP trying to make it 2, but good quick rotation. Good heads up from Fata. That was a sticky situation that he's able to pull his head out from.
Yeah, it was. Healing salve, fairy fire used, but guess what? You get that kill, and now a lane you're already winning CS-wise, you get that kill as well. But you saw there, like, he used his Arcane Orb 3 times, and he was just out of mana. Luckily, the tower was there backing him up with a few right clicks.
When does that become easier for him? I know we're harping along the OD, but we
Yeah.
don't get to see OD very often. So when does that process become a bit easier for him?
I don't think it does. You just have to hope for luck there. Hope for RNG, 40% at all levels, and hope you get those procs.
See here, Tim's happy to regen up the back end of the salve, so they're in a more threatening position here. Meanwhile, Ace is a bit low on the mana, but thankfully for him has that creep equilibrium working for him under the tower. But we're getting to testy waters now. It's 15 seconds before that 5-minute bounty rune, and we're going to see these teams get a bit frisky. Already Tim's and Peter meeting in the river, trading blows back and forth. How you doing? How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. Hits him with the stun, and it looks like they'll have to just go their separate ways. No one's getting each other's bounty rune on this one.
Yeah, but it looked like Peter maybe wanted to stun and run up the hill, but I think he did it a little early, and he wouldn't have got the bounty rune himself, so he backs out.
But NIP were able to grab those 2 runes at the top, making it a bit of an even trade. Qualms whatsoever.
I think I like what Mind Control is doing. He didn't start cutting the creep wave until now. He actually just challenged the Spectre in lane. You see 34 and 5 versus 20 and 1. He's doing a good job. He didn't even allow Gabby to last hit under the tower. But he will be cutting the creeps now.
And now it's like a free boost of XP going the way of Saxa there on the Phoenix as he gets that pull, that side pull. And once Gabby does try to approach, we could see a returning threat from Mind Control here.
That's going to be rough. Yeah, you cut the creep wave, and then what does Gabby do? There's just no creeps in his lane at all. What do? Just sit at a tower? You can't do that as a Spectre, but he's forced to, and Radiant Courier will go down.
Oof. Caught and sniped out, looks like, from behind the mid tower, or the mid lane. Good grab for them. Still things getting frisky at the top. Poor Gabby in a bit of trouble here, and I don't think rotations are coming. Can Gabby find a way to sneak his way out from impending trouble? Well, rotations are going to be coming here. A forced rotation from Tim's from that bottom lane will be there to assist him.
Ace a little bit more freedom. Obviously, as a Weaver, you don't mind being in a lane, and also looks like they just completely traded. Crystal Main's going to go bottom, and Centaur's going to try to help up top. You need another big body. You don't want him to be able to dive your Spectre under the tower.
A little bit of that lane do-side-do, I like to say. And we'll shift things up a bit. Meanwhile, Fata was able to clear out that mid observer ward on the opposing high ground there.
He went to triple null build. He really wants to win this early game. He's willing to buy all these little items before he gets his boots or even treads. And you see every time Ember uses Flame Guard, he just puts him under, runs back, makes sure he can't commit on him.
I was curious if he's doing enough. I mean, the denies are out of control. 27 and 23 is great, but Ember's still trailing just behind. 24, now 25 and 13. You know, level, what looks like 7.25 for OD, but only level 5, nearly level 6 for Armel. Those denies are actually paying a price.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they're very similar net worth, but the experience, this OD could just ramp up, get treads, start ganking lanes, and you don't normally think about that as an OD.
True. Not too sure. OD of the past was one to get level 6 and beginning to, you know, somehow go on a roll into another lane. Still passes and opts to move away from the ultimate, but here's the scan and a slow approach coming in. TNC looking to give it another try. They come in from behind. The stun's going to be there. PPD looking to respond, but it's going to be way too late. The Astral is going to be there. Can they find the follow-up? Oh, they certainly can. Armel's going to pick that one up. TNC pull ahead 2-1.
Nice gank there. You do have to commit 2 people there, and your top lane is kind of it's getting dove right now. Gabby could be in a lot of trouble.
Yes, he is. The second NIP recognized all the pressure on the mid lane. They make their move to the top, and that's the first dump of the game. Going to Mind Control, and they're not done yet. They're looking to go for Ninja Boogie. Boogie trying to wiggle his way out through the trees. No TP this time. Can he find a way to slip out? Well,
Ember
that plus
coming.
the assistance, the first rotation through the mid lane. Here comes Tim's charging on forward, and it turns into a 3-on-2. Soxa says, I'm sorry, friend, I gotta go, and dips out. And for Mind Control, he's the man left behind, and Armel picks up that kill too.
Yep, nah, he's just a stand-in. Let him die, you know. No team harm there, but he'll go down, but that does open up the mid lane, so Fada can just farm it up. That's the thing. You always have to imagine, like, someone's rotating, it's good to get a kill, but what else is happening on the map because of that kill?
Takes that quick decision making, whether it's we need to rotate reinforcements in to assist in this skirmish, or should we take full-blown advantage of the lane that's been granted to us now? And you see it's kind of split down the middle. And as you mentioned, Fata's going to fully soak in that mid lane, while bottom, both cores still happy to trade it forward. Ace versus Cuckoo has been kind of a silent matchup running through this game already. 47 CS for Cuckoo, and Ace is just trailing behind a bit.
I think Cuckoo and Ace are both happy. They're like, well, we're getting farmed, so we won't call for too many ganks down here. We'll just, you know, pack.
Well, who do you think is going to be first sent as a call to action here? Is the Weaver going to look to get his hands dirty first, or do you think Ace?
Normally Weaver is, but they're just leaving him down here alone, and the Weaver can't just, like, leave the lane, right? You can't just leave a complete lane open.
No.
But now that Tim's is down here bottom, you could see him rotating possibly.
Peter pops a solo smoke for himself. Again, we're getting to the new bounty time now. Try to maybe look to go for a unique approach, possibly. Lurts around the mid lane, but Armel's already rotating out. We've seen this rotation incoming. Ace has to be cautious and careful. He's the man left alone in the lane. King's out.
They
Possible
want to
trouble
fight at this
nearby.
bottom rune,
Yeah, they do.
No, guess not. He sees Armel, the OD's like, I just died.
Peter, though, I got your bounty, though. Can he make it away with his life somehow? I certainly don't think so.
Absolutely not.
Has a TP, but there's really no chance whatsoever.
He does buy out, gets the Tome of Knowledge, and he does steal the rune. So getting a 3-for-1 rune and losing a level 4 Ogre, NIP is completely happy with that. Armel's happy getting some gold too, because he has been forced into the jungle.
Gabby, forced to use the dagger, walk his way through the trees to make it out from a bit of a sticky spot right there. We see Mind Control already with that Vanguard complete. He's got the blink on cue. Nearly 1,400 gold invested towards it. He's going to be ready to get into the action and the swing of things very soon here.
I think you just have to give up this top tower. Maybe you try to like initiate on bottom or middle. You do have this Spectre ult. I mean, not the most farm, but you know, just getting another hero there. And we'll lose that first tower top.
They will.
But bottom, it's getting pushed in. I think NIP might want to try to defend this.
Oh, they're making a dive commitment here. Looking to go for Soxa. He dives his way away from the trouble. And out to the side. It looks like you're right. Will be a tower trade incoming. Fortification does come out, and I don't see new rotations incoming here.
Yeah, no. Phoenix does have to be careful. He gets the bugs on top of him. He has no fly. He might have to just commit the egg here. He probably will.
He is in trouble. Do they want to rotate with it? Yes, they do. Fada within the trees. There goes the egg, and Cuckoo says, got him to use the ult.
Yep, that's good. Gives you the free tower. You made the OD TP down here as well.
Mind Control's here.
Down here.
Trying to contest. Trying to go for a deny. Can't be near it. Now loops around within the trees. Here comes the first haunt. They're making the move. He gets the call off. He's not getting any forgiving swings here. And he's forced to sweep out the other side. Cuckoo's not going to let him get out. Meanwhile, Fata cleaning out. Not one, but two. Just like that, they will be able to get the response play. They take him down. Cuckoo has to step away from Mind Control to put assistance there, and now puts his focus forward on the Soxa, but he's able to dive out from potential trouble. What about Mind Control, though? He tags the Shrine to heal on up. He's caught between three. Whoa! Swinging away. Able to get the grab onto CM. Fata shows his appreciation for that one.
Dude, the triple spin on like 3 auto attacks, that has to be the best feeling. And they could look for more here. Mind Control, he's low, but he is very tanky.
Liquid now able to finally hold the pressure coming in through this bottom lane, and TNC are going to have to backpedal a bit at this point.
Quickly, Spectre does die bottom, but just gets back top, can actually start farming again, but Ace, he's up here with the double damage. This very well could just be a solo kill. There's no dagger, no ulti.
And he makes his move. The rush is forward. There goes the lance.
Has dagger gun up.
So, yeah. As mentioned, they able to dagger the other side. But in the meantime, though, Cuckoo gets a nice little snipe onto PPD.
Not even level 6 yet. 13 minutes in, Peter, he's playing like the support about 3 years ago.
Yep, the ever so selfless position 6, if you will. We're seeing a sweep right now. Mind Control and Soxa on the prowl. I see a blink dagger in the pocket of Mind Control, and this may be his debut for it. Tim's is nearby. He's kind of big though. They want to go for it? Yeah, no question at all. They want to go for it. Immediate jump in, and then there's the dunk off with his head. And it's 6-6 now, even on kills.
You see, like, when OD's the one getting the jump on people, he can output so much damage. Oh, bottom again, not Peter again.
Oh, Peter just got back.
We'll make it.
He gets a solo lane maybe, or somewhat of a solo lane to try to get onto that level 6 and that multicast here. No points into that ignite quite yet. Cuckoo, you gotta be in a little trouble here. Mind Control has that blink. And you want to jump that? Nah, he's good.
He will. I think if Ogre is more nearby, you get a multicast, you get that call, probably going to be a kill, but Peter is just sitting in lane.
We also saw there Stampy used to make it away. There's that call and there's that grab. Eventually he does get the catch up onto Cuckoo.
No
Cuckoo
detection yet.
Trying to sweep out and away, still holds onto his own life here. Can't quite make it out. Already used the time lapse, but to high ground, and that's the safety net for him.
Mind Control's so scary right now. He is looking, he's spending a lot of time going for ganks, and I mean, he just, for about a minute or two there, he didn't really do anything bottom, so I'm sure Gabby's super happy with that.
They're stalking Ace here. Tim's on the high ground, kind of scouting things out. Soxa rotates in. They have the egg now up and ready, and they're bringing full pressure towards the top lane. Mind Control grabs Gabby within the creeps. Not too many spins this time, but hits him with the Battle Hunger and begins to slowly chase him down. The haunt is there.
As a dagger and one wants to just use that. Might not get it off though.
One more spin. Oh, with the Icarus dive, that should be good. Still doesn't feel confident in the threshold. Finally gets the jump. Finally gets the dunk.
That's greedy. That's greedy. You wait for your dagger cooldown instead of just ulting out of there.
Ooh, fight for the bounty rune. It looks like
Tims will get it.
Tims will get that grab.
Now bottom, Cuckoo. Bot actually gonna help out his teammate. Probably didn't have to help. Could have just let Peter die, but we'll save him. And now he just runs back middle.
Mind Control doing a good job already in this mid game, pulling a lot of focus onto himself and just being a big threat so that Ace PL can continue to quietly farm on up, and even Fata on that OD can grind his way through this mid lane. He has those 3 nulls still, but queued up is going to be the 4 staff.
Need that. I mean, this hero has like no mobility. Put yourself under, you pop out, Ember will just kill you every time. With that 4 staff, you know, get back to your team, get back to the tower.
Dire scouting out through their own jungle. Don't get a positive read, but they still smoke, and they could get a nice jump. Mind Control makes his approach, and they could get the quick snipe of Tims, and they will. Do TNC still want to move in on this? And they do. They make their focus happen onto Ace, pulling out with the freezing field. We're going to burst him down. Can they get it? He fights on forward, and he will get dropped. A 1-for-1 trade, and they're not done yet. Armel making chase, looking to Mind Control, but looks like Mind Control has already found the back door out. Meanwhile, mid lane, Cuckoo rotates in and almost gets welcomed with an ignite.
See, both these teams are so focused on the team fights that just bottom lane, there's been nobody there for like a minute on either team. They're just letting the creeps fight each other.
Yeah, right. Bottom totally abandoned at this point. Well, NIP are just trying to take that next tier 1 objective, it looks like, towards this mid lane. Now have nearly everybody on deck for this one.
Feels like you do with that blink axe. You have this OD early. You need to get a lot done here. You do a ton of damage in this early game, but if you let this Ember get 6 slotted, we've seen what they can do this tournament.
We're, by the way, going to be matching up against that PL in the top lane for now. Use things up, but NIP have been gathered toward this mid lane for quite a while. Look at Mind Control scouting things out, sees this big old stack getting farmed up. Ambitious call right there. Unfortunately, just going to be a bit off.
Yep, that ward right there. You see the snail right above the river, and it just scouts out Mind Control that whole time.
Yep. Good vision, good intel there for TNC to see the cautious approach. Cuckoo will be safe.
Honestly, I think TNC's fine with this little bit slower play. You're the one with the Spectre, are finally getting some farm, whether it's middle or even just in the jungle.
Do you think as time passes here, this favors TNC a bit? Do they take farm better on the map as they are?
Depends. I mean, this PL, it feels like both. PL is definitely going to farm faster than Spectre. That's just what PL does. Well, a lot of wards getting placed in the Radiant jungle by Ninja Boogie. Smokes up, plants about 2. Looks like they want to play around that bottom side, even though we haven't really seen them down there.
NIP also favor their own vision in their own jungle as well. It's like an area they may be feeling comfortable with taking fights as well. Could see a potential future clash at that point. Gabby forced, delegated to the jungle to kind of get some recovery farm happening. His build-up looks to be the classic one. A Radiance, straight queued up.
In a bit, but yeah, I think the straight up Radiance, it's good. They just need the team fight right here. You have the Ember as well, and Weaver, you have a ton of damage. Fact is, can he survive? Because Mind Control now does have that blade now.
He pops the smoke. Another blind jump call there for
they
Mind
ping
Control,
now,
but they see he's nearby. He's in the trees. He hasn't moved whatsoever. He calls out the Stampede and looks to run down south and make it out. And that's a defensive Stampede call that will be successful in making it away.
What good positioning there. And a nice job by Mind Control. He sees the smoke break, blinks uphill, but unfortunately Tim's with the better play.
They make their rotations, does NIP up to the northern front. Meanwhile, Mind Control bottom lane gets the grab, Blade Mail debut, and an immediate finish of Cuckoo. Not ready for that one.
Yep, Blade Mail. That's when instead of like, oh, I need an Ogre, oh, I need a Fada. With that Blade Mail, you can solo kill probably any 3 of these cores.
Mind Control still king of net worth, king of this mid game at the moment. Continuing to be the Enforcer and pressuring out, but there we see Fata, and Enforcer himself just dunks it down. Takes out Tims.
He's going to take any kill he can get, even though that ulti 160-second cooldown, just drop it down, make space for your team, because Ace is continuing to farm up, and man, this Spectre just feels so poor. 5.8k net worth compared to the 8k of PL, and Spectre doesn't farm any quicker until maybe you get that Radiance, but even then you're just going to be hunted down by Mind Control.
So this kind of ends up weighing on the shoulders a bit more, it looks like, for Armel here. Able to finish out the Maelstrom, of course, but now has in queue a Eul's, which feels more like it has to be a defensive item pickup in the meantime. Ooh. Okay, there's the move. Mind Control not able to get the catch on that one. Slide assistance from Fata, but Armel wants to pursue and then wants to jump back.
Peter's here, he's chilling in Viz.
Yes, he is. Talking things out, maybe looking for an opportunity to set things up with the stun. Sees Armel, he's walking alone, hits him, and it gets a multicast, the follow-up call, and that should be an Ember head on the ground. There it goes. Unstoppable now for Mind Control, but they're not done yet. Ninja Boogie thinks about moving in. Now might have overextended. There's a Tim stun, the slow Mind Control in his spot. The egg is going to crack, but everyone's able to make it far and away. Another Stampede to make it out from potential trouble.
2 Centaurs, that first pick hero can get you out of any sort of these problems, but man, this Axe is having such a good game, as you said, top net worth with the Blink Blade Mail. Look at it, he's already rotating top. If Spectre stayed there, Spectre would have just died. Just the threat of Mind Control is so strong in this game.
He's all over the place. Always has a TP on hand. And always ready to get his hands dirty.
Fada actually has a BKB now. This might be their timing. They might just look to, you know, go for a big fight. You take Roche, and all of a sudden you're pushing base, but you don't have the best base hitters on NIP, so it will be a little bit harder for them to do that.
Yeah, it seems like everything's just coming together perfectly. I see also Ace. Maybe he's had this defusal for a while, but he has it in his pocket ready for that potential future fight. Here we see Saksa under the gun a little bit with the bugs and pressure from Cuckoo, but obviously able to Icarus dive away.
Yeah, both teams know where everyone's at. It's just, you know, 5 bottom, 5 top. We're going to push. Does anyone actually want to defend their own tower? Probably not.
Certainly more so for TNC. It feels like they just don't have all the ammunition and all the tools necessary at this moment to take a confident 5-on-5 fight. And more so belongs to NIP. So in the meantime, NIP are just going to have to duck and dodge a bit and only look for easy and secure openings. Keep themselves and their heads afloat.
Tims might look for this like blind blink stun. Saw the Fire Spirit. Well, we see a little bit. We see ping on the base, but I doubt Fada's going to go hit the tower for like 5 damage.
Now they got what they needed through this push of that top lane with the tier 2 being taken down. Just the, what you like to say, flowchart Dota here for NIP.
Yep, it's working out. Let's get a head middle, and this could be an easy kill. It will be.
Set up again for Mind Control. This guy's quickly becoming MVP of game number 1.
Yeah,
with these setups.
All over the place. We said we've seen some axes. Every axe will get farmed. That's not hard to do, but to use that farm correctly, it can be hard. You miss 1 or 2 ganks, you're like 2 levels behind all of a sudden, but he has not messed up once.
Yep. All right, here's TNC now at attendance for this mid lane pressure. But while they're kind of delegated to this spot, they're not able to kind of freely get out there and get farming. They're just have to be here for that defensive posture.
Gabby, that's all. You're fine. You know, rotate is for get Gabby this Radiance, and very close. 1,000 away. Obviously a little bit late at like 24 minutes, but your team fight just goes so far up.
But it's hard for anyone to show themselves in any lane unless they're for certain that there's no potential threat around the corner. And that threat mainly being mind control.
Yeah.
They feel better as long as he's showing himself within the lanes. But the second he steps away like this, everybody gets nervous and everybody starts hiding in the shadows.
Bloodlust in the late game with this OD. OD is probably one of the favorite, not even carries because he's in the middle, that you just get Bloodlust on that guy, he's dropping like 600 damage every second.
NIP happy to kind of work through TNC's jungle front where they have their own vision. Into pressure between that top and mid lane. This is starving out TNC a bit.
Neither team has the best Roche. Obviously NIP's up, they have Bloodlust and they go for it, and it looks like they will. They will do it reasonably slow here, but with Ace, the PL actually having a Yasha now.
TNC even have a lineup that could be good at contesting Roche.
Absolutely not. You don't have, if you had the Radiance on Spectre maybe, but still 300 away, and you're against an egg. Like if an egg just gets placed perfectly, everyone's just gonna get stunned there. So it's gonna be a free Roche given up.
TNC gonna have to let this one go, and NIP are not gonna have the benefit of that extra life. Imagine Ace pick this one up.
Look at that. Even Phoenix still able to defend bottom tower, so they can't even do that normal tier 2 for Roche and trade. They're so afraid. Mind control could just be in any of these trees right now.
Meanwhile, bottom Soxa the first to rotate in through this bottom lane. Armel hides
he
the
is.
mind control, cuts off Cuckoo, and takes him out. This man is out of control.
He really is. And man, yeah, you see that, the Blade Mill, even though he has the Maelstrom and Weaver, it just hurts him. The Maelstrom procs, Blade Mill returns the damage, and middle, he's just gonna get out. Another defensive, just defensive ulti after defensive ulti.
He just like saw a threat and immediately hit that R button to get the hell out.
Oh, they're moving in. No smoke here, but Dire doesn't have the best vision in this part of the map. We'll slow down a bit, but no one, NIP's in no rush right now. They know this Spectre probably has the Radiance now, but that's it. Like, Radiance is good, but at 25 minutes, when your PL has a hood as well, he is not scared at all of the Spectre.
Definitely. But here comes NIP. They're feeling good about this mid lane setup. Jump call! Gets the grab onto Armel just as he tries to go for the slide. Beautiful setup again from Mind Control.
This boy is a beast right now.
Most valuable sub stand-in I've ever seen.
It might be, and with the OD just pounding in with those orbs, these two actually can do so much damage. Almost finds another, but not quite. Oh, Cuckoo, you got to be careful here. And that's the problem. Cuckoo's just not farming right now. Cuckoo's trying to make space for the Spectre, just kind of running around, and the one time he shows on map, Mind Control jumps on him and kills him.
It's a full-blown cat and mouse game. They're trying to get out and find little bits of cheese, but the cats are on the prowl here running about. Look at them. Ah, there's one. Finds Cuckoo here. The setup there. Mind Control sweeps in the call, but Tim's able to step in with a beautiful stop. Bails out his comrade in the meantime. Boogie, big amount of damage, able to burst through and finish off that Aegis. Wonderful job by him. NIP kind of staggered a bit the first time we've seen in a while here. Not able to achieve everything they'd like, but they do eventually find Boogie hiding within the trees, and they'll take him out. Still 2 drop, and NIP will follow it up with a tier 1 takedown.
While they were getting Tim's, though, shout out to Ninja Boogie. He actually solo kills the PL from full life with an ulti, but the PL did have the Aegis. But he wasn't scared. He's like, whatever, I'm just going to take the Aegis, and, well, it's gone now, but they're about to lose 2 towers down bottom, I think. I think you just go for it. Another one.
Trap. Paw, Blade, Mail, dunk.
Oh, stab the sentry.
This guy is freaking LeBron James. Like, what else can you say?
He is just straight up solo carrying this game, it feels like.
I mean, even the people here at the arena can appreciate how many dunks that this man can set up, how many calls this man can lead in with.
I mean, he's involved in 13 of their 17 kills right now. He's making all the space. He has a full Crimson Guard in his stash right now, waiting for the chicken to come out. And I mean, I'm looking, how do you come back in this as TNC down 14k? Spectre still doesn't even have the Yasha yet, and you just got to buy time at this point. You have to buy a lot of time. And I'm not sure they have time.
Look at him. Don't even come outside. The sharks are in the water.
There's a 27-minute Shiva's earn on this Phoenix who's just farming, obviously, that gold per minute talent. See the replay. There it is, Mind Control. He got the call from the low ground. He blink called on the low ground, but it still hit Weaver on the high ground. A nice sentry ward there by Peter gets him the dunk.
That does not feel good, unfortunately. You can just see it right there.
I don't know. Well, what can you do? I honestly just don't know what you can do versus Zax except hide. They try to get a smoke, get some wards down here.
Fata
Could find
nearby.
Fata.
Fata's
Yes,
there.
BKB doesn't
All
get it
right.
off.
Okay.
There you go.
TNC will take what they can get.
But they get Cuckoo middle. It's still a 1-for-1 trade.
Yep.
Cuckoo just goes down.
Dang. Within the drop of a hat, and we're not done
Oh
yet.
God, mind control.
Rotating in, mind
Bail.
control.
Everyone get out.
I mean, he has a huge bounty on his
Yeah,
head, but
just
they don't
leave.
even want to bother. They're trying to make it away. Boogie. Man, that was close.
Yep. And ooh, Fata, he had the BKB there. If he just BKB'd that Centaur stun, like, it's not the quickest stun. All of a sudden, you'd have mind control TPing in there, so Fata just needs to be a little bit more aware. If you don't see anyone, just watch out. And there's Tim's again.
Ace able to
Go
swarm
down.
in and finish him off. Everyone on NMP really thriving right here. And really getting a big piece of the pie. And mind control, the Jason Voorhees of this horror Friday the 13th movie, just running around.
I mean, he just TP'd in top. It was a 3-on-1, and they ran from him. When you're running, when you have the 3 and you're running from the 1, it's not good. And we do see NIP that they're looking for more, and here we go.
Boogie and Cuckoo. Boogie. Not like this.
Well, at least Cuckoo didn't die.
Ace will not get that one. It's Peter who manages to club home the last hit.
Well, at least Cuckoo doesn't die. That is a small positive, but they find him now.
Don't speak too soon, Grant!
No.
They found him! And they got him! Beyond godlike mind control. You can't curse him like that.
I don't, yeah. And it's funny, Sox is actually just there. He's trying to D-ward him.
It's a hell of a performance already for mind control.
He is playing out of his mind. But yeah, the Radiant support's also doing such a great job. All of these sentry wards to D-ward, to just find Cuckoo all the time in Viz. The only thing they have going, Spectre does only have 3 deaths. I know that's not the biggest thing, but finally has the Yasha, can farm quicker, but always has to be wary of mind control's playing off the map. Mind control is off the map right now. They have no clue where he's at. He's just farming the neutral camp, but TNC doesn't know that.
Curious what he's going to build up for next. He's obviously wealthy. 2.7k gold.
I usually don't know.
Somebody else already has a Shivas here,
Yep.
so
Could be some like an Assault Curious, or
Yeah.
it could even go for like a Sheep Stick if they do want that utility, or just a heart, right? If he gets a heart, no one's touching him for the next like 30 minutes.
sure. He'll keep it ambiguous for now. Happy to jump in through the lane and easily push back this double siege push.
Good scouting though, like Armel doesn't die to this, and that means Spectre can farm. Whenever mind control's on the map, Gabby can finally end up farming, but never mind, there's an Axe Illusion middle stopping him from farming. Even the illusions are stopping him from farming, man. You just can't do anything. This is an actual just suffocation of the Dire team. The only problem is NIP just doesn't have tower hitters, right? That is their big thing. When your best tower hitter is a PL who, with items, is decent at it, but you can't really crack high ground and just slow siege a tower with an OD, an Axe, and a PL.
Yeah. And in theorizing, in the late game, this Tricore setup for TNC ain't that bad.
It's not that bad, but I just don't see... I could see 1 or 2 of them getting farmed, but PL gets a heart. They might just look to just straight up either wait for Roche, then brute force, or they can honestly just try brute forcing a middle tower right now, or top.
Top,
Both
it
pushed
seems
in.
like they're making their slow approach.
yeah.
TNC are trying to split push out this bottom lane as much as they can, then they pull off to keep themselves in the dark. So
Good.
NIP are cautious for a possible rotation to come in, and it looks like they're not going to be hanging around much longer here.
Good play by Gabby. You have no vision of those Radiant heroes, but no one's on the map. Even though you're in your own base, if he even goes up to that hill in front of his tower, he's dead.
But it doesn't end the story we've been seeing here for what feels like the past 15 minutes is just NIP have owned the map and have taken most of the farm, while TNC are just trying to get out there and be scrappy with whatever available farm is going to be given to them and what kind of vision they can just somehow plant.
Yep. This is almost a man-tap on Spectre. Does really boost up a ton of damage there with the Desolate as well. We'll see.
Seeing Ember try to get a hold of that Lincoln Sphere. Good defensive item to help keep him alive. More slides through these fights. Certainly help. And even Tim's, if he's able to get that Ags, the Damage reduction would certainly help.
That would. I mean, Axis goes on you, pop that damage reduction, or it doesn't go on you, but goes on anyone on your team. You just pop that. You hope they survive. Maybe Spectre can haunt out to someone else. Cuckoo gets his ulti off. That Ags is a big deal. And you know the game's going well for NIP when Peter buys. He gets drums. He actually gets an item.
Wow.
That's when you know it's going well.
Good for him. The TNC, you know, it's like we're theorizing all these ways for them to be able to have tools to hopefully stay alive, and that can't feel good in itself. Your best potential game plans are ways to be able to avoid trouble from an IP. You have to hope that there comes a time that they can be able to go more on the offensive with all these spells and tools.
NIP still respecting it though. They know if they just like push high ground as 5, if Centaur somehow gets 2 to 3 man stomp, all of a sudden the Spectre ultis, there's just a bunch of chaos. The Weaver bugs are on you. And that's why even though they're up 20k, they're not forcing anything yet. I think they will just wait for Roche. You see the chicken actually above it waiting. We know it'll spawn in a minute.
See a elimination match, so NIP would love to be able to kind of safely and secure this one.
It's always nice to get that game 1 win. Then you like go into the next game. You're like, oh, we can play a little bit cocky, or maybe we can do a little bit. I mean, they picked an OD this game, so already playing pretty cocky.
All right, smoke move from TNC. They got to make something happen out of this if they want to start to turn the tides of the game. They see a potential opening for Soxa, but help is nearby. Did they see that? Head-on-head smoke jump from both sides. Who's going to be able to get the swing in on the front? Mind Control couldn't get a confident grab, but BKBs have been popped. Cuckoo on one side. Time lapse back is welcomed with the quick hex and the quick finish there. And that is right. Keep stick on now. On Fata.
Yeah, that OD is very farmed. Has the 20 strength down as well. Like, I just don't know. You killed this guy, the Axe, or the Peel. They all have more than 2,500 HP.
For Armel.
Oh, he's got the chase.
Uh-oh. There's the Lincoln's pop, though. He's able to make it to the high ground in a way, but is he still safe? No! Ace has got him. He's got to go for the TP out, but he can't make it away. The Hex is there from Fata, and they stop him in his spot, and they're not done yet. They've also got to grab. It's Mind Control at it again with a new assist, a new setup, and a new alley-oop dunk. And now they're inside your base. They're inside your turf, and they're taking your home.
Yep, and now with Bloodlust, obviously that makes these tower hitters I was talking about. You know, you don't really have the best tower hitters, but with Bloodlust, everyone can hit tower. Even Peter's in there. He's like, yeah, I'll help out. That's going to be a full racks. I wouldn't be. They could go for more, will they? That's the question. How confident are they feeling
You're
they
here.
are?
26k net worth advantage and rising. This one seems almost insurmountable.
It does. Spectre level 20 now, just pushing that top lane with 2 siege units, but it just doesn't matter right now. Doesn't even have time to. We've seen what, 2 haunts this game, 36 minutes. That's when you know this Spectre hasn't had that big of an impact. Not much she can do. Let's get the tower. Oh, Fata has it.
Oh, not safe yet.
He has a sheep.
And he stops. There's no chance.
Has an ulti still, but gets stunned.
Yep.
Nice job, Peter.
Without any sort of BKB or way to stop that, there's really no escape. NIP, no mercy mode yet. Jump. A rare occurrence where Mind Control's not able to get the call grab on the Cuckoo on that one, and Cuckoo is able to find his own little safe space.
Gotta be careful. I'm surprised how confident Cuckoo's playing middle. Even though he missed one blink call, he's still there, but he'll just go straight into Roche. And I have a feeling maybe we see a buyback ulti by Spectre. I mean, you gotta make a big play here.
Yeah.
I don't think just slowly dying is gonna do it.
A fight inside your own base defensively, I can't foresee that going well, but NIP going to look to catch out TNC before they can even make the approach. A follow-up from Tim's locks Mind Control in his spot, but eating so much heavy damage from Fata. He's beating the cannon, dropping the hammer, getting 2 down. Buyback's going to be forced out from Tim's. Cuckoo tries to make it away, but they got him then and there.
Somebody just the Fata Mind Control train. I just don't even do. Did you see Soxa has a full sheep stick himself? This Phoenix is so rich. And now Fata, where's that chicken? We got a blink full Hurricane Pike, so anyone he sees this instant blink hex. I think he can solo kill actually anyone on the other team. Centaur Spectre included. Blink sheep equals dead.
TNC are going to need one heck of a Hail Mary play and a hold on the high ground if they even dream and fathom of keeping this game alive.
CRML with the nice Yules on that axe, so his Weaver will survive, but I mean, it's a 30k net worth. You have to play perfect, and even then you're probably going to lose a fight.
Without them having any sort of heavy defensive items, it's just going to be too much of an approach. Even Fada smiles. We don't see that guy smile very often, but
oh, man,
that's a rare occurrence in itself. But that's how good NIP are feeling in this one here. 35k, and it continues to rise as they mow down this bottom center axe with little to no threat whatsoever. Armel with a slow approach, trying to slide it in, but
99% Dota plus. There's a 1% Dota Coda.
Boom! Get out of here. That might be it. I mean, the Tal has got to be gripped here from TNC.
Yeah, and we have to see at least one Spectral, right? We got to see it. There it is.
Pull it out. Do everything you can. It's everything you have. It's your last breath of life. But I imagine TNC have already focused on the next game. This one belongs to NIP. And certainly mind control for sure. What a hell of a show on that axe.
Yeah, as we talked about, axes will always find farm, but it's what you find after you find the farm. And